Love my job. Love what I'm doing because I am doing what I love. Right here on the number one station in the nation, GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. Yours truly, Pastor Kevin. And I tell you, I get excited about this time because, every time someone decides that they don't mind stopping by just to kind of let me know who they are, what they're doing, all that great stuff, I tell you, I get a little overly excited. And today is kind of special because we're not staying on track to do just the normal thing. Today we're just kind of sliding in and doing just something slightly different. I have Rick and I have Connie here with me today, who are also our featured artists on the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. And, of course, why not go ahead and welcome them in? Well, I know you're there, Rick. Rick, how you doing this afternoon?
I am doing outstanding. It's been a great day, and I've been looking forward to this. Ooh. And enjoy what we've done together so far, for sure.
Ooh, you know what? You said a mouthful right there, and I always say it's only just beginning. We are going to have some fun, and I know we have Connie's there with you. Connie, how are you?
I'm doing good, Kevin. It's a little cold out here in Missouri right now. I'm thinking a little Florida could send us some weather, just thinking.
She said, what she said, it's cold. Come hang out with me in Waukegan for a while. Just come on. I mean, today we're having a heat wave at 13 degrees. It's a heat wave here. But I am so excited. First and foremost, I want to thank you both for being here this afternoon. And of course, I also want to thank you both for simply accepting the invitation to be a part of the GMAP Broadcast Network family. Thank you so much for that. And before I move on, I gotta thank my partners and friends, Vic Walters over at Comcast Cable Network, and of course, the Roku Network channel as well. Thank you guys so much. You were so patient, and you are fabulous tuning in and of course linking in to allow this conversation to be heard by millions of people around the world. Let's start off ladies first. Rick, I'm sorry, but ladies first. And of course, I'm sorry, Connie, I want you to come on board and simply do me a kind favor. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from. Who is Connie? I want you to tell us that.
Okay, so my name is Connie Whitlock, and I am a mom and a wife, and we live on some acreage with some animals. I teach music, and we write music as Honey and Wine and have a good time playing out.
I know that's right. And, I kind of like it, too. I tell you, this is going to be great. And Rick, I got to have you do it for me also. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from. Who is Rick?
Rick Kinsler here, and I was born and raised not all that far from Chicago, southeast Iowa on the Mississippi River. Grew up there until I was 18, and then joined the service and served my country for 6 years. And that's where I really started to get into music. I met some guys, and we started putting together a band in the Air Force. And I even went in the Air Force, if you can believe it or not. I know we're doing country now, but I was doing heavy metal in the Air Force with those guys when I was younger. But
yeah, you should have seen his hair.
You know what? He's wearing the hat now on these pictures, but I would have loved to see that. Yeah. My goodness.
But yeah, and then I felt, I drove a truck for 20 some odd years, and I got hurt and had to change careers. I just felt like God was calling me into music. Yeah. And lo and behold, here I am. I'm playing with Honey and Wine, writing music, and I've played with some of the industry's finest folks. And also, I'm a DJ at a radio station now, too. So there we go.
You know what? Now I know we have something in common, so that's even better. And, of course, I got to ask, how did it all come about? I mean, what's the foundation? Where did it begin for you with Honey and Wine music?
Well, I would say it started with me because I ran a promotions kind of organization for Christian artists for about 17 years. We did awards and we did radio. We had a radio show. We did workshops songwriting workshops. We did lots of things, networking events. And so at one of the songwriting events, Rick showed up and we actually started writing together then. Then one day it just came about that my husband and I and his wife and him, we all became best friends. They moved to Pleasant Hill and then boom, honey and wine.
Now, honey and wine. I mean, I got to ask you guys, what led you to come up with the name Honey and Wine Music?
Well, there's a couple of approaches to this. Number one, when I met Connie and stuff, we talked Bible, and we were talking about a name, and we didn't really know what to come up with. Well, wine. One of the things about wine is it's antioxidants. It's good for you, actually. Got a lot of antioxidants in it, and the honey you can keep honey around for a long time. It just stays good. And so we said, you know what? That kind of describes our music that we want to put out there. Honey we don't want to be a fad type music that's going to be in and out. We study music. We go with a lot of the tried and true stuff. It doesn't mean we don't put some new stuff in there, but it's, for the most part, it's the tried and true method of music. And then the wine part, wine and is joy. It has to do with joy and having fun.
That's me. That's what joy. I'm the wine. I'm the joy. I'm happy.
Yeah, you know what? I can only imagine because wine does bring a little joy, if you know what I mean. So we're not going to go there. Now, I kept saying in the back of my mind, Rick, I had a question for you. And,
all right,
and it's a really kind of interesting question, because if you, as a country artist and a country disc jockey, had to come up with a hip-hop name for yourself, I just gotta know, what would it be?
Pit Dog. That would be Pit Dog. No, because he's always barbecuing.
Oh,
Pit Dog.
You're the Pit Dog.
Oh,
yeah. From the barbecue. What she's talking about, the barbecue pit, because if I'm not on music, I'm barbecuing all the time.
Yeah. That, oh my, you know what? And
you would came up with that.
And just by the name alone, you'd probably sell 1 million copies. I tell you. Now, part two of the question, just knowing who I am, Pastor Kevin, here on the GMAP Broadcast Network, if you were to give me a country name, what would it be?
Oh, you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea. Chicago.
Kicking it with Kevin.
Oh, my God. You gotta add country in there. Kicking country with Kevin.
Kicking country. There you go. Yeah. Kicking country with Kevin. Love it.
Now, do you have a name for my first single?
I don't know. Let's see. The Chicago Moon.
Ooh, wow.
There you go.
I'm gonna have you guys write me some music for the Chicago Moon.
Chicago Moon. There we go.
Yeah, I had to put that one out there.
Actually, I love Chicago. So.
Well, I love it too, more in the summer than the winter. But hey,
yeah. Exactly.
But I've been here so long in all my life that I've just gotten used to it. I'm accustomed to it. So, moving right along, of course, if you don't know now, we have Rick and Connie here, and of course, Honey and Wine Music. We encourage each and every one of you to stop by our broadcast network site, GMAP1.com. You'll be able to click on the tab that is simply titled Featured Artists, because they will be added to that area as well. And also our partners area, you'll see the logo of Honey and Wine. Click on it. It will take you to the necessary location to find out more intimate information about the artist as well as the music industry with them. And of course, now I have to ask you guys, I have been amazed by this particular single that I have been airing, Dreams in a Graveyard. Somebody break that down for me and tell me how that all came about.
You go ahead.
Well, it came about. A friend of ours would go around and do different things, and she went and was walking through a particular graveyard, and this was where, where they buried, they had the infant section where they, infants that have passed away, and she came across a stone that said, "Here lies our dreams." Mm-hmm. Obviously, it was somebody that had lost a baby, and you can't do anything about that. But we just started thinking about, man, dreams in a graveyard. How many people have had dreams that they could have saved or salvaged, but they lost them because they just never put action items to them. They never pursued. They never set goals and said, okay, step 1 to this dream, step 2. And then we started looking at what we were doing. Right. And here we are, we're not young chickens anymore. And I got into music after I got injured and couldn't do manual labor anymore, and it's kind of late in we're kind of late in the game, right? But really believed, both of us really believed that that's what God had gifted us with, and that's what we're going to go with. Yeah. And so we started putting these action items together and said, okay, we're going to write 5 songs, come out with a 5-song EP. Going to lead it with Dreams in a Graveyard, because that's basically our story. We did not let our dream lay in a graveyard. We did something about it.
Yeah. Find it out more. And of course, I am excited about it. I want you guys to stay close. Don't move. We have more with Rick and Connie right here on the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com, Honey and Wine Music. Stay close. Don't move. I'll be back right after this on the show.
Don't let your dreams lay in a graveyard.
Just wanna live day by day, whatever the dreams you have in life is a part of who you are, so don't let time slide. You might dream big, you might dream small, no matter.
You want more? honeyandwinemusic.com. We encourage you to stop by their website, and you will get all of the intimate information and details. Now, some of the music on that site you are definitely going to want to check out. Why don't you guys just give me a few names just that comes to the top of your head? What are some of the other singles you have available for our audience today?
We got Twin Flames.
Yeah.
Pleasant Hill. Pleasant Hill's about our town that we live in. It's Pleasant. It's on a hill. Okay.
Yep.
What are the other ones?
Whatever Happened to Your Love. That's another one that we do. Actually, we do a duo on that one.
Awesome.
Okay, so,
now, I'm excited. I was able to go and listen to a few of those songs, and I was really, I was blown away, because they don't seem like they're just the average entertainment songs. It seems to me that these songs have some foundation behind them. Can you explain that?
Well, Twin Flames was birthed from the idea that my mom and dad grew up on the same street when they were 9, and they fell in love, and they're still married today. And it's just about their personalities and how they have a strong marriage after even after sometimes marriage is hard, they're still together. They've been married, 55, 56 years?
Yeah.
And so that's what that song's about.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Pleasant Hill's about our town. We love our town. We love Pleasant Hill. There's people are great. We have lots of friends here. It's not too small. It's not too big.
Yeah, we go deep when we write songs. Like Whatever Happened to Your Love, for example, was spawned off of some marriages of friends of ours that we knew that blew apart. And they claimed it was based on God's love. Well, if God's love is never failing, what happened here? And so I came up with the title, Whatever Happened to Your Love.
Yeah. Wow.
And so all these songs, it's about real life. It's about real stories. It's about helping people just relate to what these songs say.
Yeah, give them something they can understand, they can relate to, and of course, I'm just overly excited.
About
Walking out the
walking
door.
out the door.
Now, when you
Yes.
when this is a common question I'd like to ask. When you look back over the journey from beginning to end, when it all first started, to where you are right now, you look back over that journey. I got to ask you both, what's next for Honey and Wine Music?
Well, I think this year we've been talking about going into corporate playing out.
Yeah,
For corporate.
playing out
We
a little
got
bit
into
more.
that a little bit last year, and we want to expand that. We definitely want to expand, market our songs, because COVID really was a wrench in our plans there. And so we're going to relaunch that, and we hope to keep writing and get back into the studio.
Yeah, our relaunch literally got torpedoed by COVID. We had everything set up, and then COVID hit, and it just kind of made a
We
mess
released
out of things.
during COVID, which was very, very difficult.
Yeah.
And so now we're doing like a relaunch, and we just have plans to do that at this year.
And we got more songs that are out there that we'd like to at some point in the future see another trip back to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
But as you know, nothing in life is free,
Yeah.
and so we're hoping to get the word out about what we have out already, so we can go back and do some more. Hopefully, people will like it, and we can raise some funds to go out and do it again. Do it with some more songs.
It all takes funding.
I know that's right. And once again, we thank God for the opportunity. We have Rick and Connie here, Honey and Wine Music, on the GMAP Broadcast Network. Once again, they are, if you don't know, now you do, they are featured artists as well as they are listed in our partners area on the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. Stop by our platform. Click on the tab that's simply titled Featured Artist or Our Partners. You'll see a copy of their information there. Click on it, and it will take you to the necessary location to find out more information and details about the artist as well as the awesome music. Now, when you look and you think about some of the inspiring people that they're timid, they want to get started, they want to find a way. What encouraging words would you say to someone who wants to begin their journey, specifically in the country music industry?
Well, I would say as a teacher, I would say always at the early stages, really focus on the details. Focus on your techniques, focus on your instrument, focus on your vocals, focus on mastering your tools, so that when you do write a song and launch it, that it plates itself very well. It's all in, how when you cook, it's all in the prep work. The prep work takes longer than the actual, dinner.
Yeah.
You can eat it in 10 minutes or, or 5. But, it's the same with music. You do your homework, study. If you play the piano, really, it takes a long time to master the piano and a lot of hours of practice. You're not going to do it just by dabbling in it. It's not a hobby.
Right.
You have to treat it
a lot of people try to do that too. They just dive in and just put something out thinking they're going to be a star overnight or something. And it takes a lot more than that, as you said. Now, of course, if someone wanted to go out and show their love, care, concern, and support, and listen and stream and share and download and even purchase, what's the process? I mean, how can the music be received by them?
Well, and going along with what Connie said, basically everything. Sum it up. What she said is you got to have a good product. Number one, it's got to be a product.
Amazon.
Yeah, and then the part that is the downfall of a lot of musicians is not their skill in music. It's the business side, Kevin. It's you know what, you gotta hunker down and say, okay, there are several platforms out there to help you get your music out to the public. We use TuneCore. It's a platform called TuneCore.
Yeah.
And they put our music all over. It's on Apple. It's on Spotify. It's everywhere. and then you track it, and then we got to work our social media, and
Facebook,
and
YouTube,
and then make relationships like we have with you, and that's an essential part. And a lot of artists, they say, "Oh, I'm just about my music, and that's all I want to do." Well, that's fine if you want to stay unknown,
right.
But if you want to actually get your music to people, you're going to have to work it. You're just going to have to do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I say you got to step up and step out on faith. You have to be willing to accept the bad with the good. You know, I always make a statement when I talk to people. I always tell them that your destiny was determined before your delivery.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
That's real good.
That's a song.
Hey, you know what? Go ahead, just mention my name in there somewhere. That's all I have, But it's so very true. Your destiny was determined before your delivery, and sometimes you just have to be willing to embrace the process.
Yep.
See, the process is the important thing. A lot of people just want to go from beginning to right out there on Front Street when you have to really pay attention to what it takes to get to that point. And that's the process. Now, if someone wanted to reach out to you and connect with you, talk with you on a more individual basis about your music as well as their journey, what would you suggest? How can you be reached?
816. No. I'm kidding.
Through Facebook. I mean, you can message us through Facebook. Of course, our website, you can contact us through our website.
honeyandwinemusic.com.
Yep, honeyandwinemusic.com. On Facebook, it's Honey and Wine Music.
And it's honeyandwinemusic@gmail.com. We're on Facebook as Honey and Wine Music. We're on others like YouTube and Instagram.
And of course, we don't want them to forget about little old GMAP Broadcast Network.
And now GMAP. That was correct.
And I'm down here in the lower right-hand corner in small print, but hey,
I'll tell everybody.
They tell me that small print is the most important print on the paper, so we'll keep that title. I tell you, once again, we thank God for our Comcast and Roku networks who are chiming in on this afternoon. Thank you guys so much, Vic, for everything that you've done. And you were on point. You made sure that we are live and in color, and we're going to be trying to push this information out there as much and as often as we can to as many people as we can around the world, right here on the number one station in the nation, GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. Rick and Connie, I'm going to give you both the opportunity to just share your closing remarks and final words here on the GMAP Broadcast Network. As I said before, ladies first. So, Connie, I'm going to move over, and the floor is yours.
Well, I just want to thank you, Kevin, and all the networks you've been talking about for this opportunity. It means a lot to artists like us that, we spent years working on our craft, and we love songwriting. We just love touching people's hearts with words and music, and hope to keep going.
Amen. And Rick, what about you? The floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, that's a hard one to top right there. But yes, ditto on thank you at GMAP. Thank Comcast and Roku for giving us this time and this space. And it's a privilege to write music for people that, we don't just write it for ourselves. I mean, obviously we don't want to violate our beliefs, or, we write music that's real to us, but we hope that it is impactful to other people out there, because without our audience, we're nothing either.
Amen.
So, and so we do what we do for the folks out there, and hope it brings them some joy, hope it speaks to them, things like that.
Amen. Well, I appreciate both of you taking time out to be here with me as well on this afternoon. And of course, this is only the beginning, as I always say. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes, we want to let you know that Rick and Connie, and of course Honey and Wine Music, is one of our featured artists on the GMAP Broadcast Network. You can stop by GMAP1.com and easily click on the tab that is simply titled Featured Artist, and or go to the area that is marked Our Partners. You will see their logo there. And of course, click on that logo. It will take you to the necessary location, once again, to find out more intimate information and details about the artists as well as the music. And we appreciate you guys. I'm going to play the promo once again, but after the promo, I am going to give them the song Dreams in the Graveyard in its entirety right here on the number one station in the nation. GMAP Broadcast Network saying, I love the fact that you both took time out to be here. I want you both to have a fantabulous rest of your evening. Until then, you continue to be blessed and be a blessing to others, okay?
Okay, and thank you, Kevin. We appreciate you making that time as well.
Amen. Rick and Connie, Honey and Wine Music right here on the show.
Let your dreams lay in a graveyard.
Just wanna live day by day, whatever the dreams you have in life. It's a part of who you are, so don't let time slide. You might dream big, you might dream small. No matter the dream, don't let it die.
Don't let your dreams lay in a graveyard.